Yes, indeed. Time for another event. School of Thought 9, Big Slacks Battle Blog, Battle Card Rundown. I don't do any predictions. My usual disclaimer: I don't do any predictions on these. Just kind of my thoughts and feelings on the battlers and the battles themselves, and it's just some talking points. No predictions. I don't want any kind of. I'm a judge, so I don't want any kind of conflict of interest to come up or anything like that. So let's get into it. First battle we're gonna see is Takey's from Lawton versus Body Count from, I believe, Oklahoma City. Now this is the third time we've seen Takey's. The first time was a wash. I don't think anybody even really counts that. Second time we seen him, the last event, Takey's came in. He knew what he was doing. From the first time he was here, more prepared, and he put on a show. Still took a loss, but I dug it. You know what I'm saying? I see dude on the School of Thought alumni forums asking about advice. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So the dude wants to get better. As long as he's got that mentality, wants to keep climbing that ladder. That's what's going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see. Now that Takey's has got a legitimate battle in School of Thought under his belt, how much more is he going to step up? At this point, and he's battling Body Count. Now I don't know anything about Body Count. I've never seen him battle. I haven't heard any of his music. But Ronnie Harris threw his name out there when talking about lineup. So if Ronnie Harris gives you the cosign, probably means dude can spit. So this is going to be a brand new cat, first time on the stage, versus a cat that's been here a time or two and is still trying to get his momentum going, trying to get his feet underneath him in this format. So it's going to be a good look for both of them. That brings us next battle. It's going to be AWACS, Bang Beats from Oklahoma City versus LA from Oklahoma City as well. Now AWACS, seen him 3 or 4 times. He's approaching vet status, and this is a dude that each battle we see him, he gets them experience points under his belt and puts them to use. Each time we see Wax, he's better than the last time we've seen him. So I don't see a reason in the world he ain't gonna be that much better this time as he was last time. You know what I'm saying? He is going against LA. Now, LA had a battle in DEF CON. This is his first time in School of Thought. I saw the battle. He battled Nate Diesel. Nice little battle. Had a few little lines here and there. Some good shit. His battle was in a park. This DEF CON event was in a park. 20, 25 people in a circle. Kind of them old cypher battle style. Old school hip hop, the roots of hip hop type shit. Battling in a park. So it's going to be interesting to me to see how LA responds when he's in a venue full of people that paid to be there. They paid $10 a head to be there. They want to, they want to be entertained. You better put on a show for them. And with Big B's lights set up, and he's going to shove a camera in your face, and J-Po and Ronnie is going to hush the crowd and go into intros, and it's lights, camera, action, and we're all watching you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting to see how he makes that transition from the battles in the park to a venue full of cats that have spent money to be there. And not saying he can't do it. I don't even know the dude to have any kind of basis to think he wouldn't be able to. Just an interesting thought process there. I watched DEF CON, like I've said before, no disrespect to those dudes. Shout out to them for doing their thing, but there's a lot of garbage over there. But there's some hidden gems here and there, like Monty, and I think LA's gonna come over to School of Thought and be fine. He's gonna be able to do his thing and be cool over here. That leads us into next battle: Ronnie Harris, the Dean, Oklahoma City Puzzle People versus AO from Chickasha, Bang Beats. Now, it's the shit to see Ronnie Harris back. Haven't seen him in several events. We was going to see him against Blaze One last event. Didn't get to happen. Kind of salty about that. I still want to see that battle. Ronnie gets extra credit for these when he battles at these events, just because it's all on him. Before he spits a bar, securing venues, paying, coming out of pocket for them venues. Dealing with rapper egos. Will this guy rap against this guy? And will this guy have a problem? And blah 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 blah. The night of the show, the night of the event. If anything goes wrong, it's on. If Big B shoots up a bag of heroin and takes off with some Mexican hookers across the border with his camera equipment, and there's no one there to film the fucking battle, that's Ronnie's problem. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that goes wrong is on Ronnie. Plus he's got to write bars and all that kind of shit. So shout out to Ronnie for doing all that shit. And he's going against AO. I think it'll be interesting to see how AO comes back from his performance against Tyler. Tyler last event. Now, it was a 3-0 body bag to me, and but if you look at AO's material, his bars, content wise, he was pretty good. There was nothing wrong with a lot of the shit that he spit. It looked lackluster compared to what Tyler was doing. So to the untrained eye, it looks like just a complete slaughter. But some of AO shit wasn't bad. So you know what I'm saying? If he could take them experience points I'm always talking about, put them into use, and bring some of that at Ronnie Harris, it'd be interesting to see how much he learned from Tyler and how much he can apply that to Ronnie. And just shout out to AO for coming out of the fucking gate his first 2 battles and going up against 2 heavy hitters, Tyler and Ronnie, back to back. That's big balls status there. So yeah, good. I want to see how AO comes back from the Tyler battle, and also just good to see Ronnie back at all. I want to see what Ronnie brings. Next battle is going to be Monty from Oklahoma City versus Neat from Oklahoma City. And both of these cats are from Oklahoma City via Cali. I think both of them are from LA, even in Cali. So Monty, he started out in DEF CON. Last event, last SOT event, he was the first battle on the card. Now he's the event before the main event. He's a battle before the main event. So you kind of see that progression, which is kind of sweet and kind of slick. And as far as Neek, I just kind of want to give Neek a shout out in general, because he battled D'Lo last time and Monty this time. These are 2 young cats, and Neek is established enough that he probably could have played the diva and just said, nah, I'm waiting on I'm waiting on somebody big. I'm waiting on Disaster or Lux. Fuck these young cats. They ain't got enough stripes, and he ain't do that. Side note, a couple of big names that my battle heads will recognize from the battle scene was getting thrown around, and Neek for this event, it looks like it's going to get postponed until next event. So don't want to say no names, let nothing out of the bag, but Neek was on the verge of getting a big name for this event. So he could have just said, not fucking with these young cats. But he understands the concept. He understands that giving these young cats a chance strengthens the whole scene. The young cats get in there with somebody experienced, they get to cut their teeth against somebody that knows what they're doing, and the more experienced cats get in there with somebody young and hungry, and it keeps them on their toes. So everybody wins, and it makes the scene as a whole just strong across the board. So shout out to Neek for understanding that. This is going to be a good look for both cats. It's going to be interesting. Next battle, Tyler Reed, Oklahoma. This is the main event. Tyler Reed from Oklahoma City, Puzzle People versus D'Lo from Oklahoma City, 2XL. Now, right off the bat, I feel like Tyler's strength is bars and concepts and just penmanship in general. I think he's slightly ahead of D'Lo in that regard. And D'Lo's strength is the presence and the charisma and the delivery, and I think he's slightly ahead of Tyler in that regard. Not saying Tyler ain't got charisma like that, and definitely not saying D'Lo don't got bars like that. I'm just saying that's each of their respective strength. I feel like going into this battle, you ever watch a football game and going into the fourth quarter, it's like 17-14, 10-10, it's close, and they're going back and forth, and you start to feel like whoever fucks up first is going to lose. Like whoever throws an interception, fumbles, doesn't convert a 4th down, that's going to be the losing team. That's what I feel like going into this. Whoever chokes or stumbles or whatever probably is going to take an L first. I feel like the last time we seen each of these cats, they were at their best. Last time we saw Tyler, he was at his best. The last time we saw D'Lo, he was at his best. So I feel it's a battle, so obviously they're going to write material about each other. They're going to go at each other's throats. That's what it is. But I feel like each cat's battle should be with themselves. Tyler's battle is with Tyler, and D'Lo's battle is with D'Lo. If Tyler can outdo what Tyler did last time, he'll be in good shape. If D'Lo can outdo what D'Lo did last time, he'll be in good shape. Now, it's becoming cliche that I say this shit for a battle or two, almost every one of these lineup rundowns, that if both these cats come in and do what they're supposed to do, neither one of them lose and everybody wins. But that's where we're at with this battle. That's the sentiment here. As long as nobody comes in and falls on their face, if they both perform like they're supposed to do, everybody in the venue gets their money's worth. Anybody that watches the battle footage later on is going to get a show too. So hell of a main event. Anytime I can see Tyler or D'Lo rap, it's a good day, and now we're going to get to see them clash and bang heads against each other. So you know, other than the AO versus Ronnie, which is a little unorthodox, you know what I'm saying, matchup. I like every matchup here. I think every matchup is good, even, makes sense, and so School of Thought 9, Camps Lounge, like always, July 5th, 21 and over. I think it's doors at 9, battle start at 10. Kind of the same routine. I got a gang of fucking hip hop heads in and around Oklahoma City that constantly asking me about what I think about this hip hop thing or that or my and none of y'all cats ever show up to these fucking events. Show the fuck up. You're missing out on fucking Oklahoma hip hop history. Each time one of these fucking events comes and goes and you was at the house doing whatever the fuck you do at your house, you missed out on a piece of history. So show up, School of Thought 9, classes in session.